Welcome, guys. Happy Friday. Now we're in the arcade. It sounds like we're playing an arcade game, doesn't it? A beat 'em up. A double dragon. What's going on, guys? So, yeah, this is probably going to be like a 30-minute to 45-minute short little jolt of Friday coffee action. Hope everybody is having a good start to the weekend. I usually consider Fridays the weekend, right? Usually a little more laid back, at least in your brain, right? But welcome, guys. What's on your mind? No topic of conversation today. Let's shoot the shit. I have a video scheduled to upload tomorrow. I have a video scheduled to upload Sunday. They were both a lot of fun to make. Tomorrow's is about a comic book in a new series that I'm starting called What's in the Box. And then Sunday's video is kind of about George Lucas, Rian Johnson, and Luke Skywalker. And I had a lot of fun kind of doing a little bit of research that, we've all known for a while, but it was kind of fun to condense it all into like a easily digestible 9-minute package, But welcome, guys. Let's take a quick sip of the old coffee, jet into this conversation as we enjoy the weekend.
Happy Friday. I love when a Friday really feels like a Friday. Else at night I streamed 2 comedy sequels.
Nice.
One was better than the first and the other was not. The first was streamed on MSNBC, yep. And the second was Borat 2.
So one was better than the first. And I got you. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Vince, thank you so much, man. Sarah and Jonathan, thank you all, the three of you, so much for the first super chat and channel supports. I greatly appreciate that, guys. Vince, we're having pub subs tonight. I'm so excited. But give me 1 sec, man. Sarah Heat, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support. HelloGreedo, I was wondering, I once asked if Mando and the baby will have a test should the ice planet be Ilum. But what if instead they see or get advice from the Force spirit of Tar Vizsla? That's completely possible. There's no question. Well, Sarah, I feel like the ice planet, it's kind of interesting because whenever there's a desert planet, everybody thinks it's Tatooine, right? Whenever there's a snowy planet, everybody thinks it's going to be Hoth, right? Or a forest planet, everything's going to be on Endor, right? It's really interesting, like where our brains go. But in my heart of hearts, I do think that the snowy planet that we see in the Mandalorian season 2 trailer, could seriously be Ilum. And I know that is a case of my brain going towards, the familiar. But, narratively, it would kind of make sense. This kind of sacred place of the Jedi where they go to test as younglings, basically. They find their Kyber crystal. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot of stuff to unpack for Mando. If they're searching for a sacred place and maybe people that can take care of this child, Ilum would be a pretty damn good spot to look, right? And it would fit into the kind of the canon. Obviously, Ilum shows up in Jedi Fallen Order. Ilum is actually a part of Battlefront 2, right? Yeah, Ilum is Starkiller Base. Ilum is Starkiller Base, and yeah, it would just fit. It would be a place that would be interesting to explore well before the Force Awakens, right? But after the Clone Wars and what we know Ilum to be. So yeah, I think it would make sense. I think it would make sense, and I would like that tie-in because it's a subtle tie-in. I would venture to say that most Star Wars fans probably. Your average movie-going Star Wars fans who get super pumped up for the movies probably don't know what Ilum is, right? So this could tie into and feed people a little more knowledge of the Jedi and all that kind of stuff in a TV show that the vast majority of people that I know, at least, are watching. Like, I know way more people that are watching The Mandalorian than ever watched The Clone Wars. I don't know about you guys, but that's been my experience with just kind of friends around me. But yeah, you never know, Sarah. You never know. Could be some kind of Vizsla action there. I kind of want the show to steer clear of like too much reliance on the Force, if that makes sense. I like where it's at right now for season 1. It's just kind of sprinkled in there. It's almost like an afterthought, right? And I kind of like the way it's peppered in the first season. I'm sure it'll ramp it up in the second season, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I appreciate that, Sarah. Hope you're doing well, and cheers to the weekend. Jonathan, thank you so much as well. I see that you typed a message in there after the super chat. Let me see. Jonathan says, hey there, I've got a slab of hickory smoked ribs I'm finishing up now. I know you'd appreciate these. Oh, my friend, I would love to indulge. Yes, I love ribs, one of my favorite food. We don't have a smoker yet. We were actually waiting for a little check to cash to go buy some stuff for the house, and one of the things on the list is a smoker. We're looking at there's one that my buddy has, and he's used it for a couple of years now. It's a vertical smoker, a pellet smoker, and we're definitely gonna get one probably in the next few weeks. I love it, man. I love it. I like doing wings. We used to have a smoker, Jonathan, but it was one of those, like, a side smoker, and it was just cheap as shit from Amazon for like $80. And, it did the job for wings, but I tried to smoke a pork butt once, and it smelled great. I had it on there for, I don't know, like 12 hours. It smelled delicious, but that thing was raw. Did everything right. The problem was, like I said, it was like a cheap $80 whatever smoker from Amazon, and it just leaked smoke, and it couldn't retain heat. And the side smoker, one side is way hotter than the other. But yeah, man, we're really looking forward to kind of getting that vertical smoker with pellets and kind of experimenting, I guess. It is kind of like experimentation. But this will make it so much easier. Set it and forget it. What is that from? Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. What is that? Set it and forget it. Wow, what a tagline. I don't even know where it's from, but I remember something with a rotisserie chicken. Okay. Anyway, hell yeah, man. Whenever we get our smoker, I will absolutely take some pictures of it and the finished product. But I appreciate that, man. And we'll definitely do some ribs in it for sure. Gotta love it. Let me take a quick sip of the old coffee. Vince, I appreciate that, man. Vince says, happy Friday. I love when a Friday really feels like a Friday. Last night I streamed 2 comedy sequels. I was not able to watch the first, man. One was better than the first, and the other was not. The first was streamed on MSNBC. Yep. And the second was Borat 2. I was debating about, after the stream I'm going to go work out, and I was debating about turning on Borat 2 while I worked out. Don't know where it's streaming. Let's see. Oh, it's on Prime? You just need a Prime subscription? Okay. I'm there. Okay, that's what I'm doing after this stream, guys. I'm gonna go work out and watch Borat 2. Oh goodness. Oh gracious. I remember the first one. Was it Borat? It was one of what? Oh man, what? Let me see. What are some of his other movies? The one with, what is it called? Oh, I think it was Bruno. And there was a huge, like, I went and saw it in the theater, me and my buddies, get a good laugh in, 2009. And there, a movie theater screen sized penis is on the screen right in front of you, like 40 feet tall on a string, I think it was. And I couldn't help but laugh. So I'm really looking forward to watching it. I didn't even know it was coming out until the whole Giuliani thing happened, like, what, a couple days ago? That story broke. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know anything about it. I just saw kind of the tagline, but yeah. Couldn't watch the first comedy, Vince. Just, you know, it's, yeah, we won't go there, but it's just, blah. Oh boy. You want to know where I stand on politics? I've voted for candidates of both major parties. Yeah, things are way fucking different this time around, right? Tuke17, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. That naps and immediate poop thing was with your daughter just a phase to push your buttons. This too shall pass, HD. Yeah. Dude, yesterday, I guess you listened to that stream. Yeah, it's weird, man. If anybody else has kids out there, maybe you've gone through it too, but it's like, my daughter will be so tired. She'll just be exhausted. I'll lay her down for a nap. She'll maybe doze for a couple minutes. I'll think she's asleep, and all of a sudden, she's up, and she's just like standing up, bouncing around, playing around. You know, we let her sleep with a plush doll or something like that. And I go in there, and inevitably, it's always like she just pooped. Like, every single time, man. More times than not. Like, and then she doesn't nap. It's weird, man. It's like, yeah. I think you're right, too. She does it to push my buttons. And I'm like, no, I have so much shit to do. Just take a 30-minute snooze. Just do it. Just hold it for 30 minutes. But it's like I would say 3 times a week that happens. It's weird, man. But she's taking a good snooze now. She didn't nap yesterday because of that. And today, I laid her down, and she was out within 5 minutes. So it's going to be a long nap. I think that's, and as any parents out there, you know how important that is. Not only for the kid and the brain development, but also for you and your ability to get anything done, right? But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, Tuke. Hope you're doing well, man. And Vince win once again. To go with a video game comparison, I think Mando will gain a new inventory item every season. First season, Jetpack. This season, Darksaber. I dig it. There's always going to be a thing to acquire. I dig it. Do you think Mando's going to get the Darksaber? Maybe. Or I kind of suspect. Why I always go towards, like, things being destroyed? I thought they were going to blow up the Millennium Falcon in the sequel trilogy. That's where my brain always goes. My brain always goes to, like, things that will disappoint an audience. So my brain goes to the Darksaber will just be obliterated. That's my guess. I don't know why. But, yeah, you could be right. I do love that, I've talked about this before, but I do love how the first season was handled. And how herky-jerky it was with, like, locations and characters and bouncing all over the place. It really did feel like, you know, the Child and the Mandalorian were on the run. And could never stay in one spot for too long, you know. I found that to be, I don't know, just kind of unique and a little refreshing. By today's, like, I guess, TV show standards or whatever. If that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, could be right. But ultimately, I think he will probably acquire the Darksaber, right? Probably end up killing Gideon with the Darksaber or something like that. Something like that. And then maybe it'll be destroyed. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, chicken tender sub. Absolutely. That's my go-to, man. Chicken tender sub. Used to be the ultimate until I discovered the chicken tender sub like 5-6 years ago. Got to get those banana peppers on it. Got to get mayonnaise and spicy mustard. Got to get some spinach. Get some tomato. Oil and vinegar, salt and pepper. It's just I don't toast it. It's just too damn good. And you feel like shit afterwards, but oh my goodness. My plan tonight is to eat half, because I always get a whole. I'll eat half, Let it settle for 30 minutes. When my wife goes to rock my daughter, I'm going to go for a 4-mile run, get back, and then have the other half. That's how I can justify eating like shit tonight. Got to. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Oscar Rodriguez, good to see ya. Oscar says, I think even if Anakin did appear, Ben would scoff him. After all the bad things he did and realizing it was Sidious, I see what you're saying. Like, now you show up, I see what you're saying. Yeah, potentially. I think having no Force ghosts like that show up was a solid decision. Because of that, where were they this whole time? I mean, you want to talk about, like, I don't know, unexplained plot holes or whatever you want to call it. Maybe not plot holes, but things that, just... maybe plot holes. Like Force ghosts and all that kind of stuff. They have been explained for decades. And that explanation has changed so much over the decades. And usually Force ghosts are there... usually whatever the author wants to do with them, it's fine, and they're there to kind of, I don't know, maybe propel a story, and there doesn't need to be like concrete canon explanations for Force ghosts, right? I don't think so. I kind of like the mystery of it, but yeah, for sure. Like at the very end of all of this shit. While I've been struggling my entire life to find my purpose, now you show up, grandfather, right? Yeah, for sure, Oscar. But I appreciate that, man. It is crazy. We're talking Borat. I see you guys in the chat. It is crazy that he is still able to pull this off without people knowing that it's him. I mean, it's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. I don't know how the litigation of all that works. I don't know how they get people to sign whatever paper they need to clear themselves legally. It's crazy, man. It's really interesting. How he's still able to pull this off without immediate red flag. I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy. Somebody needs to make a documentary about how he makes his shit. But yeah, anyway. Duke17, thank you so much for the super chat, channel support, man. Also, The Right Stuff on Disney Plus, okay for what it is, but the movie is infinitely better. That was my biggest worry, Duke. I haven't watched a single episode of it yet. Not because not because I don't want to, just because really I haven't had any time to. But my biggest worry was that the movie, I wouldn't be able to separate the movie from the show, right? I love the movie. It's in my top 5 movies of all time. Sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, it will bump up to my number 1 movie of all time. So it'll be really hard whenever I do eventually start the show, because I will. It'll be really hard for me to kind of not compare it to the movie, which is probably the worst thing that I could possibly do, right? I'm going to compare it to this Academy Award-winning movie that has a ridiculously awesome cast. Yeah, my all-time favorite movie. You know what I mean? But the acting and actors are fantastic, but the story is far more over-fictionalized than the movie version. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's really difficult to... I'm sure the movie is also pretty heavily fictionalized as well, to a certain extent.
Hey, Greedo,
oh, one sec.
How have you been? You pumped for The Mandalorian Season 2?
I like how the robot
I
read
am.
that.
Also, during one of your squadron's live streams, I drew a sketch of your intro screen just for Fune. Let me know what you think.
Nice. Bill, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. Tweet that to me. I would love to see it for sure. Where did that go to? So, where was it? There we go. Yeah, I've never read the book. It's based off of a book. The book is, you know, obviously kind of a historic look at how everything went down, Mercury 7 and all that stuff. So I'm sure if I read the book, there would be some wonky comparisons to the movie. I've heard people that love the book don't like the movie. So it's, you know, whatever came first, and people love that first thing, people are going to bitch about whatever comes next. But yeah, I'll definitely see it. I'll definitely see it eventually. But the movie, man, it's going to be hard to beat. It's going to be hard to beat. I don't think it's going to beat it whatsoever. What does it have on Rotten Tomatoes? Let's see. What I really hope for, Took, is that people who watch the Right Stuff show will end up watching the Right Stuff movie. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I would love to think that the Right Stuff show will be a catapult that will launch certain people and kind of force them to watch the movie. 55% on Rotten Tomatoes, 82% audience score. Let's see the movie. I don't know if I've ever looked up the Rotten Tomatoes score of the movie. 96% critic score, 90% audience score. So way better. Yeah, the movie is just, dude, it's funny. It's intense. I think that's one of the biggest surprises, maybe to people who watch it. They're thinking it's going to be like just heavy on the drama, and it is. It's very heavy on the drama, but it's also a really damn funny movie, man. Yeah. So everybody, I've been saying this for 10 damn years, Miguel. Ain't I been saying it? Go watch The Right Stuff. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I've assigned this as homework for almost a decade now to anybody who views my channel. Make it happen, man. Make it happen. Not the show. I mean, watch the show, but watch the movie first. Cool? Cool, but I appreciate that, too. And Bill Moiner, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I appreciate the hell out of that. Bill says, hey, Greedo, how have you been? You pumped for The Mandalorian Season 2? Because I am. Also, during one of your Squadrons live streams, I drew a sketch of your intro screen just for fun. Let me know what you think. My Squadrons intro screen. Oh, that's not it. What am I looking for? My intro screen with the, this intro screen? With the, with me at the, oh, wait. Are you talking about this intro screen? This one right here? That you're looking at right there? I think this was the intro that I had, for Squadrons. Okay, this one. Yeah, this one. Cool. I used this one, and I also used this one. Yeah, those two are the ones that I used. I like that. I like this picture, man. Just like the jacket's cool. I don't know. That's awesome. That's cool, man. But yeah, yeah. I haven't played Squadrons in a while. I feel like it's been a couple weeks, man. And again, it's not because I don't want to, it's just because I haven't been able to find any time to fire it up and like invest even an hour into it, you know? It's on Twitter. Bill, Bill, I don't see... Oh, here it is. Hey, Greedo, here's a sketch I did during one of your Squadron... Oh, that's badass, man. That's really cool. Can I ask you, Bill, what program did you use? I think it looks like Photoshop with a Wacom tablet or something like that, right? Am I showing my age? I don't even know if they make Wacom tablets anymore. That's awesome, man. Rough Animator, that's the program? So is it a 2D animation program? Rough Animator. Rough Animator app. Mobile animation software. It is. Oh, so okay. So it's a 2D animation program. Rough Animator. So, is it for tablets and stuff like that? Interesting. Okay. So, oh, nice. So, is it difficult, Bill, to animate 2D stuff on a computer? Do you... I don't even know where to begin. I used to mess with Maya quite a bit, Tim. I used to go... I actually went to college for like 8 months doing 3D animation, computer animation with Maya. For tablets and computers. So, Bill, I've had an idea for a long time to do a 2D animated live stream background. But I've never really known where to begin. My idea is to like animate myself, like 2D animate myself, draw myself at like a diner. Like you're looking at a reflection of me in a mirror. So you see me in the mirror, but my back is actually towards the camera. Does that make sense? I have my helmet on. You see me in the mirror of this diner, and then I'll animate myself like, I don't know, swigging some coffee or whatnot. And then in the background, through the mirror, you'll see other diner patrons sitting at tables with like, I don't know, Rhodian masks on or whatever I do. And then occasionally people will walk by, stuff like that. Yeah, on a live stream. I want to make like a 5-minute long loop of a 2D animated diner. And I think it would be cool. I mean, it would be a huge project, but I just think something like that would be different and unique, you know, even though I love my Lightspeed Lounge animation that you see here, I think something like that would be really cool. But, yeah, I don't even know where to begin, so maybe I'll check this program out. But I love that, man. Check out, I'm gonna retweet this. How do I do that without, there we go. Cool. That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. I love that. That's a cool looking sketch, man. Everybody check it out on Twitter. I just retweeted it. But I appreciate you giving me something cool to look at and also supporting the channel today, man. Yeah, I need to get into that. I guess I've never really done any kind of 2D animation whatsoever, and I don't really... It's like a thing in my brain where I can't even visualize how it would work on a PC. Does that make sense? Like, I don't even know where... yeah. Like, I get it with a 3D animation program like Maya, right? You have a skeleton, you have polygons, you can animate with keyframes. I get it. I've done it, right? But when it comes to you know, 2D animation, I don't even know where to begin on a PC. I get it, like with a pencil and paper, you know, frame for frame. I understand how it works. Super time consuming. Is that what you have to do, or is there a program that makes it easier, you know? But anyway, I appreciate that, Bill. And yes, I am pumped for Season 2 of The Mandalorian. It's hard to believe that it's it's a week away. Next Friday. It's really hard to... It's really hard to... what was I going to say? Yeah, it's really hard to believe that in a week we're going to be getting another season of a live-action Star Wars TV show, man. But, pretty much the same as a computer animation program. Gotcha. So, can you select, like, joints? Can you create, like, an elbow joint in a 2D animated, like, 2D image, and then animate it like that? I'm gonna have to look into this, man. Maybe I'll make that, like, a long,
Hey, Greedo. How are you? Just wanted
Tim,
your
I
advice
gotcha.
on getting a design internship.
Oh.
I found one, but I'm really nervous. I would like to leave my BS job so I can maybe get a career started
Oh, nice.
as a DSGNR. Sorry about my message. Too.
Tommy, thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate that. Bearded Emperor and Stephen Homelak. Give me 1 second. Let's take a trip to the 90s mall. Let's go buy some Airwalks, shall we? What's going on, Tommy? Thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon. Had to do it. Oscar Rodriguez as well. Oh shit, I'm way behind, guys. I apologize. I didn't realize I was so far behind on super chats. Anyway, so I got Lego Star Wars fan, Vince, Oscar, Tommy, Bearded, and Steven. Thank you guys so much for the channel support this afternoon. Happy Friday to you all. I appreciate the patience as well. You guys know I am long-winded. Lego, how do you think you would fix Rise of Skywalker? So first of all, I don't personally think that I could make a better movie. You know, I'm not one of those delusional sons of bitches who say this is how it should have been. There are certain things that I don't like, but I don't think I could ever fix it, right? How it should have been. How it should have ended. I don't get into that, man. The things that I don't like, though, I will absolutely tell you I don't like them. The thing that I wish was changed is the entire, like, Palpatine coming back. I think if the story of the sequel trilogy didn't take such a drastic turn to the what is going on, then I probably would have liked it a lot more, you know. I definitely would have liked it a lot more, because right from the get-go, Palpatine coming back and having this resurrection of this character, it's like from the jump, it put a bad taste in my mouth. From the jump. I reserved judgment after it was revealed at Celebration, you know? I was like, okay, you know, as a concept, I do not like it. I think it's goofy as shit. But I reserved judgment until I saw the execution, because, you know, Darth Maul, right? As a concept, the idea of bringing back a character that got cut in half is goofy to me. But the execution is great. The execution is great. He's fantastic in the Clone Wars. But yeah, that's the thing that I would probably completely change, which would require so much just restructuring of the movie. So basically you would have, you know, a completely different movie, which, yeah, fine. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, Lego. That is my biggest bitching and moaning complaint of The Rise of Skywalker, is that very weird turn that, yeah, it felt so out of place. But yeah. And Vince, thank you so much for the super chat, channel support, man. I've grown to love Ad Astra. It really has stuck with me. But do you think the space antenna or space elevator, is it all plausible? Have a good weekend. I really liked the movie when I first saw it. I've only seen it once, but my wife was out of town for the weekend, and I was just going like on a sci-fi. I was watching a bunch of shit she probably never would want to watch, right? So I watched Ad Astra, and I loved it, man. I guess I was just in the mood for it. I have a buddy who watched it, didn't really care for it, but it was a fun adventure. Do I think the space elevator is at all plausible? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if it's... I don't know if... I'm sure there's an article or something like that out there that explains how it could work, or maybe why it wouldn't work. The structural integrity of something like that would probably have to be so fucking crazy. I mean, to be able to stand that high or withstand the winds. I mean, just the overall difference of pressure on the structure from ground level to space would be so fucking intense. You know what I mean? That the level of engineering that you would have to create a structure like that might not even be worth it. You know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's possible, but it definitely makes for cool sci-fi, right? But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. I don't know if that would be plausible whatsoever. A space elevator. Sounds cool. But yeah, I don't know if it would... How would you even build something like that? I don't know. There's probably way better ways to... I mean, do you know how quick there would be an accident with something like that? somebody would fly into it on accident. Something would happen, you know? A bird strike. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole later, Vince, of are space elevators possible? We'll see. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. And Oscar, Tommy, Bearded, Steven, Anthony, thank you guys so much. Oscar says, ever watched High Life? Intriguing sci-fi flick. No, is that the one with Pattinson? Is that who it is? High Life? That is what I'm thinking of, yeah. No, I wanted to see it, though. I don't really know anything about it, but it looked... I remember watching the trailer and it just looked kind of fucking weird. And I thought, I like fucking weird sci-fi, and I just thought it seemed like something that would be right up my alley. I honestly, I kind of forgot it existed until just now. Sinister space voyage, but one without all that much to say. Like all good sci-fi, Dennis's film also speaks to the moment. Claire Dennis. Let's see. Am I pronouncing that incorrectly? Probably. Let's see. What else has she made? Let the Sun Shine In, Bastards. I don't think I've Friday Night. I don't think I've seen anything else that she has made. Chocolat. Interesting. No, I have not seen it, Oscar, but it's definitely something that I want to watch. Monty and his baby daughter are the last survivors of a damned and dangerous mission to the outer reaches of the solar system. They must now rely on each other to survive as they hurtle toward the oblivion of a black hole. Interesting. Yeah. So, yeah. Like, I'll definitely see it eventually. Where's it streaming? Rent and buy, Vudu, Prime Video. Prime Video. All right, I'm there. I'll add it to my watch list for sure. But let's see. Wow, this is really interesting. Like the writer and the director, her name is Claire Dennis or Denise. Probably Denise, because she's French. Even then, I'm probably butchering it. But like all of her movies are pretty well received by critics. It's like her last 3 films have like 80% from the critics, but 41% and 31% and 37% from the audience. Really interesting. Huh. But anyway. Oh, Denis, duh. Denis. Yeah, Denis. Like, yeah, that's right. Denis Villeneuve. That's right. Hey, man. I live in Florida.
Did you see the trailer for the Star Wars Galaxy Edge VR game? If so, what did you think of it?
Yeah. Bill, thank you so much for the channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Give me 1 sec. I'm way behind, but I appreciate that, Oscar. And Tommy, thank you for the generous super chat channel support this afternoon. Hope you are doing well, gearing up for the weekend. Tommy says, hey, Greedo, how are you? Just wanted your advice on getting a design internship. I found one, but I'm really nervous. I would like to leave my BS job so I can maybe get a career starting as a designer. Sorry about my messy message. Thank you. Yeah, man. It's really tough. I've never had like an internship or anything like that. I used to work for a company doing something completely different. Than I ended up doing for them. Like I was doing, I don't even know how to explain it without giving it away, but I was doing something completely different. And then when they found out, the owners actually found out about the channel and all that kind of stuff. And then they were like, you want to make us a website? You want to do all this? So I started doing like graphic design for them. So it's really interesting. But dude, obviously you're going to be nervous. Don't be nervous. What does that even mean? Of course you're going to be nervous, but do it, man. Absolutely do it. If you're able to, if you have enough money saved up to where, maybe you can reduce your hours or maybe you can be a little more hands-off with your current job, do it. Absolutely. Or make a portfolio. You can, make a 20-page Shutterfly portfolio book. Get it printed out. Get a few printed out. I don't know. Amazon probably has their own self-printing picture book thing that you can do, right? Make your own portfolio, make it nice and sleek, and maybe you don't even need an internship, man. Go to certain places that you would like to get a job and drop your portfolio off, you know, dress nice, walk in, hand your portfolio and maybe like a business card or something like that. Give a spiel and walk out and put the ball in their court, right? Internships and design is kind of weird, man. Like, I know a lot of people who went to school for computer animation or video game design and stuff like that, because I went to a school in Orlando for that as well. Didn't end up graduating. It was just I was an 18-year-old idiot, fucked off and didn't do anything. But I know a lot of guys who graduated or didn't graduate, and they ended up either getting jobs or didn't. And it's kind of interesting. The guys that I know that did not graduate, I know a few of them who did not graduate, and they're still working in the industry, Yeah, it's really interesting how it's all about talent. And I don't know if an internship would necessarily be all that important. Maybe the more important thing to do would be to get together a solid portfolio of, maybe you don't get paid for what you're making, but like start creating some art in your off time after work or whatnot, creating a solid portfolio, whatever it is you're doing, and hand it off to a bunch of companies or design studios, or every company needs a graphic designer. Everybody needs somebody to make a website or logos or marketing material. Everybody needs it. Maybe that's the way to go. But yeah, if your heart is set on the internship and you just want to do it for a few months, do it. It'll probably be a really good experience to see how the industry works, to see if it's even something you would want to do. That's another thing. Like, maybe that's a good thing about internships. You can actually see if it's something you'd want to work, if you want to do, But anyway, I appreciate that, Tommy. Let me know how it goes. So you said sorry about the messy message. Sorry about the messy answer, man. But yeah, I would go for it, and I would also, in the meantime, jot down some ideas of cool shit you want to make and get a solid portfolio put together. Print out some books. It might cost you $15 a book, $20 a book, but spend like $100 on getting a solid looking portfolio together and hand it off to different companies and stuff like that. But and also at the same time do the internship. I took a few years ago, when I got out of the Navy, I took a bunch of design classes at a local community college with the GI Bill. And one of the classes was actually a portfolio class. And, it was one of the classes that I thought was going to be bullshit, but it ended up being super interesting and important, because it kind of, allowed me to consolidate a lot of stuff that I've made over the years into a single package, Yeah, Tommy, definitely tweet it at me. If you could do that, it would be easier for me to check out later for sure. But yeah, feel free, man. Absolutely. But I appreciate that, Tommy. Take a quick sip of the now cold coffee. Bearded, Stephen, Anthony, Bill, and Sapity, thank you guys so much. After these, I am going to jet. I'm going to go work out and watch some Bruno, man. Watch some Borat 2. How about that? Bearded Emperor, have you seen the YouTube channel Badlands Chugs? Never heard of it. Let's see. Badlands Chug. Gallon of thick water. What? No. Chugs the ocean. What? Oh, he literally chugs things. Mountain Dew, every dude chug in a giant wine glass. What the fuck are these people doing to their bodies? Oh my god, this guy's gonna chug all these Mountain Dews? Dude. Oh my god. What the hell? Oh. Oh, dude. I don't know. Why does that gross me out? The idea. How many fucking calories is this? How. This is like. Oh my god. I'm watching this. Oh my god. It's crazy. 2.33 million subscribers. This video has almost 4.2 million views. And the dude is just chugging like 8 bottles of Mountain Dew. Oh my god. Do you vomit after that? You have to vomit, right? Oh my god. The healthy thing would probably be due to vomit. Okay, I've had enough. I now know what Badlands Chugs is, Bearded. I appreciate it, man. Hey, don't do that. Do they have disclaimers? Does he have a disclaimer on his video at the beginning? I hope so. Yikes. Take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do that. Stephen Homilak, thank you so much for the channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Steven says, G, hope you are doing well. Have you seen The Last Detail? Great, The Last Detail. I'd be interested to hear your take on it since you were in the Navy. A lot of inside baseball Navy lingo and routines. I've never heard of this. The Last Detail, 1973. Oh, interesting. I've never heard this. Is that Jack Nicholson? It is Jack Nicholson. Oh, whoa, man. This looks like... Okay, when sailor Larry Meadows is sentenced to 8 years in a New Hampshire prison, Navy lifers Billy Budusky and Mule Mulhall are assigned to escort him there from Virginia. Along the way, they warm up to their prisoner, indulging him in small ways such as making excursions to a brothel and his mother's house, and they get closer to their destination of funness. Huh. I've never heard of this, man. Very profane, very funny, very 70s. Director Hal Ashby lets Jack Nicholson and the cast run loose, creating a unique dramedy that's far out to sea. Dude! Steve, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. This, Randy Quaid's in it. He's turned into quite the fucking weirdo. Follow him on Twitter. Wow, this looks right up my alley. I appreciate this, Steve. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Where can I watch this? The Last Detail. Watch now on Vudu. The Last Detail Blu-ray. Let's see. Is it on Blu-ray? Let's make your own Blu-ray bundle. What? Randy Quaid. Okay, here we go. Steve, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention, man. The Blu-ray is going for $115. Come on now. Come on now. Get out of here. What? That's crazy. I guess they don't make it anymore, I suppose. Can I download it somewhere? Maybe. Probably. The Last Detail out of stock from Walmart, $27. Awesome, man. I'm going to keep this up because this is absolutely something that I'm going to want to watch. For sure. Yeah, whenever I do watch it, I'll let you know what I think. Yeah, that sounds cool. Speaking of the Navy, I actually ordered... look on eBay. I just bought on Blu-ray. Oh, nice. Okay, let me look there real quick. Here we go. The Last Detail. Oh, nice. There we go. Perfect. Here's the DVD, Blu-ray, UK import, DVD, Blu-ray. Here we go. Nice, man. Okay. Yep. I'm going to check this out for sure. I ordered, I've been talking about like getting shelves, for my office for a while. Finally pulled the trigger and bought some. And yeah, this movie looks cool, man. But trying to figure out little trinkets and whatnot to put on the shelves behind me. And one of them is the Lone Sailor. It's a statue that you see at a lot of Navy bases and stuff like that. And I found some like 9-inch bronze or pewter Lone Sailor statues I'm gonna put on a shelf. It'd be kind of cool. But anyway, I appreciate that, Steve. I love finding new movies like this. Not new movies, but movies I had never heard of. Yeah, it sounds great, man. I appreciate that. And Anthony J. Curry, other day my friend said, you don't want warm piss, you want Star Wars. What? Our favorite quote from one of your old vids. Thanks. Dude, Anthony, let me read this again. Other day my friend said, you don't want warm piss, you want Star Wars. Our favorite quote from one of your old vids. Thanks for keeping us laughing for years. Well, thank you so much for tuning in all these years, man. And thank you for the patience. You posted this 17 minutes ago, and I'm just now getting around to it. I'm long-winded, man. But it's hilarious to me that stuff like that, Anthony, I don't even remember where that's from. Is that when I had my wife throw a bucket of water on me in front of my green screen? Is that what it was? I don't remember. Interesting. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious that I can't picture where that quote is from. But that's so neat to me. It is from that? Okay. What video is that from? What video does... That's hilarious, man. Yeah, I need to get back to making goofy shit like that. Again, it's just a matter of having time. But, yeah, I think yeah. Probably an Inside Star Wars or something like that, yeah. One of the prequels? Yeah, maybe. Probably. But, yeah, I love that, man. That's awesome. Thank you, obviously, both for tuning in all these years. It's really interesting how, it's like, I listened to a podcast about was it The Office? Yeah, it was The Office recently. It might have been Star Talk, because Rainn Wilson was on Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson recently, and I'm pretty sure it was The Office, but somebody brought up, or it might have been Rainn Wilson or another Office podcast. There's been like 3 Office podcasts recently, but somebody said that people who watch The Office, like fans of The Office, know way more about The Office or details like that than the actors do. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's almost true for my videos as well. Like sometimes you guys will bring up quotes or things that I said from videos that are 7-8 years old, you know, and I vaguely remember, but I can't remember where they're from. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes it cool. But anyway, I appreciate that, Anthony. Tell your buddy thanks as well. I appreciate the channel support this afternoon, man. Yeah, it's really cool, Anthony, to see just the evolution of the channel. I mean, most people's favorite videos are my early ones, but hey, it was 9 years ago, you know. 9 years older, a pop, things change. I still curse a lot. But I don't know that I am. It's just a part of my nature, I suppose. But I appreciate that, man. And Bill Moyner, once again, and Sapity, thank you guys so much, and also thank you for the patience. Bill says, did you see the trailer for the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge VR game? If so, what did you think of it? Yeah, I actually watched it yesterday during one of my streams, or yesterday during my stream, somebody brought it up, and I thought it looked awesome. I don't have a VR headset, not really in the market for one right now, but it looked like the way like I pictured it in my brain as I was watching it looked like a fun house. Like just, you know, a fun house. You walk around and you could do a lot of fun shit. You know what I mean? It looked like something that would just be... It kind of reminded me of that. If you ever played the Disneyland game, it was on Game Pass on the Xbox like last month, and I downloaded it, and I just ran around for like an hour. Just for the hell of it. It kind of reminded me of that, right? You kind of can run around and do whatever you want, and it's fun, but way more like in-universe, obviously, than that Disneyland game. But it looked cool, man. If I had a VR headset, there's no question in my mind that I would end up getting it. Is it free? Is it like a free thing? I don't know. But, yeah, I feel like VR to me isn't quite there yet. The few times that I've experienced it, it's incredible. The head tracking is amazing, but I'm waiting. I'm probably waiting on like 5 years maybe for the price to go down, for it to, you know, get a little better. Yeah, it looked cool, man. Out of all the VR things that I've seen, I would obviously Squadrons and like Elite Dangerous would be really cool to play. But I think the number one thing that I really want to play in VR is Half-Life Alyx. That's like the number one thing that I really want to play, just because, you know, big Half-Life fan. Half-Life 2 is probably my all-time favorite single-player game. Just want to experience it, you know. But eventually I'll check it out. Eventually I'll get a headset, Bill, when they're way cheaper than they are now. Just can't justify buying it. Just can't. But I appreciate that, man. And Sapity, thank you so much for the final super chat and channel support before I jet. We just hit the hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. Sapity says, have a good Friday and weekend with at least one beer. At least. Got any plans for Halloween? Getting into full Mando mode for season 2. Nice. This is the way. As am I, man. So yeah, we got our plans are just to trick or treat in the neighborhood. My parents are coming over. My wife's dad's coming over, and we're all gonna trick or treat with my daughter. That's kind of what we're doing. It's all for her now, right? So. She's 2.5, and she's going as a butterfly. I'm going as a butterfly catcher. And my wife is going as a flower. So we're all themed. It'll be fun. I'm wearing like a little floppy hat. I got a big butterfly net that I'm going to put in a backpack sticking out. It'll be cool, man. I'm going as a butterfly catcher. It'll be awesome. But yeah, that's our plans. It'll be neat. I will absolutely put that towards a beer or 2 or 3 or a 24 pack. My dad yesterday brought over like almost a 24 pack of beer, because he doesn't drink beer. He drinks scotch. My parents don't drink beer, but my relatives were just in town staying with my parents, and my uncle drinks a lot of beer, Bud Light, which I usually don't drink. You guys know me. I like my stouts. I like my brown ales. I like my gozes. But he brought over a shitload of beer yesterday, Bud Light, of what my uncle did not drink. So I have almost a 24 pack of Bud Light in the pantry. It's gonna be gone soon. But anyway, I appreciate that, Sapity. Cheers, man. You have a good weekend as well, my friend. So, all right, everybody, that is it for me. I'm gonna go watch a little bit of Borat 2 while I do some working out in the living room. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me this afternoon. Thanks to everybody who supported the channel through super chats. Thanks to everybody who just hung out, shot the shit in the chat. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me this afternoon. So, all right, everybody. And Steven, once again, thank you so much for bringing this movie up to me. I'm going to check it out for sure. But all right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't know if I'll see you this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to do any streams, but I do have a video scheduled for tomorrow around like 10 a.m. Eastern time, and also a video scheduled for Sunday around 10 a.m. Eastern time. And they were really fun to make. Yeah. Anyway. Cool. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Let's end this thing with a little fun trip to the 90s mall once again. Let's buy some Airwalks, maybe have a pretzel, wear some neon shit, and go to a KB Toys. Cool? Cool. See you guys. All right, later.